Run away! Run, 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 run!
Have you ever felt like you were being watched? Like someone was following you and keeping an eye on your every move? Well, this photographer experienced just that, and it turned out to be a lioness who was desperate for his help. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, where we are up again with another mind-blowing story. We've all heard stories about animals that have helped people, but here's one that might surprise you. A lioness who was in trouble turned to a photographer for help. What trouble was she going through? Why was she behaving so lean and down? Was she in need of help for her partner, the lion? The story has all the answers that might surprise you, so let's get started. But before that, I want you to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Now let's get into the story. The story revolves mainly around a man named George. He was a photographer in Savannah, Georgia, who greatly loved animals. He often went on walks around the city to take pictures of the wildlife and surroundings. One day while he was out photographing in Savannah, something strange caught his eye. It was a lioness that seemed to need help. The photographer felt a sudden rush of compassion towards the lioness' plight and decided to follow her into the forest to try and find out what he could do to help. As he got closer, he could sense that something wasn't right. After some time, they arrived at their destination, where they found a large male lion lying in pain. He looked closer and realized that his stomach seemed abnormally bloated. Something must have been lodged inside him. The sight shocked George, but he felt compelled to help this creature anyway. Animals were one of his biggest passions. Because George had never seen an animal like it before, the sight of the lion having such a huge belly came as quite a jolt to him. He could not deduce what had happened with that unfortunate lion or why his stomach appeared so enlarged and bloated. As a ranger for the park, George has spent the better part of a year monitoring the lion population in the area. He is responsible for preventing any harm from coming to the animals. In recent years, things have not been easy. Many poachers and other unpleasant individuals have visited the sanctuary. Knowing there was no time to waste, he quickly called the local vet and asked for an emergency visit. He told the vet that there was a lion with such an extreme belly, and the vet was surprised too. She knew it was a rare case, and the lion must have engulfed something he should not. The vet also asked George to call the ranger's team and try sedating the lion before she arrived for his checkup. George then contacted the rangers to let them know where they were and have them come help as quickly as possible. To save the animal, they had to eliminate the source of whatever was causing its stomach to enlarge. It was clear that George required proactive actions from his team of rangers. George had no idea if the lion would let him get close enough to help the injured animal, or if he would attack if George tried to approach him. But George's affection for animals knew no bounds, and he could not stop himself from getting closer to the lion and making himself comfortable. The lion didn't make any attacks or restrictions, and something good happened until now that day.
Hello, my boy. Is that my boy?
Soon the rangers arrived, and they were all shocked to see that big lion with an abnormally swollen belly. As the vet instructed, the team started trying to sedate the lion, but they were all fearful of that giant animal who could attack them all anytime. It was risky to save that lion and themselves from the lion, but they all did it as their utmost responsibility. The lucky rangers could subdue the lion quite quickly, and it did not appear to put up much of a fight against them, because it did not put up any struggle or show any indication that it intended to cause harm to the rangers. The lion may have desired assistance. The rangers finally had a good look at the lion's bulge. Since the vet was still out of town, George decided to give him a call to let him know about their find. The veteran's temperament changes as soon as she learns the location of the bulge, and the ranger's focus shifts to the tasks at hand. The fact that the swelling was found near the beginning of the stomach, a particular region within the body, suggests that it is extremely unlikely to penetrate the lion's body. For the rangers' part, they had to wait an unacceptable amount of time for the vet to get there. What they feared indeed happened. The sedative no longer affected the lion, and he felt no inclination to stay in place. After an endless amount of time, the lion made another attempt to move. The vet told them she was stuck in a traffic jam and no other route was open to reaching the destination. The situation worsened when the vet still had not arrived, and the lion lost the sedation effect and woke up. There was a rush and anxiety as they hadn't had any sedatives left. Sooner the vet alerted George that she had arrived, but first they should clear the pathway to get her inside the savannah. He told her that Lion had lost his sedation effect, which greatly terrified them. Vet asked George to try and sedate the lion once more by using the anesthesia she had just brought with her. Without it, they couldn't help the lion. George followed the instructions. If it could get its paws on one of them, a lion of this size might easily end the life of one of them, even if it was in bad condition. The Rangers were well aware of the importance of maintaining trust among themselves. Even those who favored allowing the lion to go free made contributions to the overall effort made by the team. Hence, they all made up for it and successfully sedated the lion one more time. The vet came near the unconscious lion and tried to examine him. The vet told them that the lion had engulfed something strange, and surgery would be needed to remove whatever bulge had gotten stuck inside the lion's belly. It sounded quite risky. Still, everyone decided to go through with it anyway, since no one wanted this majestic animal to suffer more than necessary. The vet first performed an ultrasound and was shocked to see the report. It was something mysterious inside the body of the lion that needed the police's attention. Surprisingly, when they opened up the lion's stomach during surgery, they were shocked at what lay inside. It turned out that a microchip was embedded within its body. It was stuck into that zebra's whole flesh that the lion engulfed last time, making it undigestible. The flesh was something understandable, but what was that microchip doing inside the body of the lion? This poor creature had been implanted with such a device without consent or knowledge. But why? They contacted some police officers and asked them to investigate this mystery chip further, leading them down an interesting path. Police were ready to help them, as they were informed earlier when the vet saw the ultrasound report. An investigation revealed that this particular lion belonged to poachers who intended to use it as bait for other wild animals so they could capture them more easily. A despicable act indeed. Thankfully though, thanks to quick thinking from both the photographer and Lioness, justice eventually prevailed over these criminals once authorities got wind of their illegal activities. After about an hour or two, everything worked out just fine. George and his team of rangers breathed sighs of relief when they saw that their efforts hadn't been made in vain, as the beautiful lion slowly regained consciousness afterward without any major health complications. As for what happened next, let's just say that we can never really predict how life will unfold sometimes. The lion went back to where it came from. The vet admired the efforts of the Rangers team and George, who didn't leave the animal in pain and made extra efforts to save him. With this, we must wrap up the video.
Oh, get close in there.
How did you like that true story of devotion to saving a life of an animal? What lesson did you pick up from this story? Share your feedback in the comment section, and don't forget to smash that red subscribe button and hit the like button before leaving. See you in the next video.